What's up, guys? Mark from Destiny.
And Becky.
The
Hi.
boss girl is here. Woohoo! Yeah, so I wanted to do a video. So yesterday we did a video on like why we're successful or something.
Yeah.
And we talked about like not wasting time and focusing your time on certain things that would affect sales, right? And I wanted to go a little more like focus on like an eBay listing, the different parts of it,
okay.
and then what's important about that part and what's not important,
yeah.
right?
Okay.
So I just have 4 main parts, and you can tell me if I'm like if there's something I'm missing, right?
Okay.
So it's the images,
yeah.
So the main image and all the other images,
yeah.
the title,
yeah.
the description, and the price.
Okay.
Is there anything else about a listing?
I would say, depending on the item
category
and how you're doing it, so for optimization, the item specifics.
Okay.
Because the only thing item specifics is good for is...
Wait, hold on. Item specifics. No, so I want to go through each one one by one,
okay,
right?
Okay.
So anything else? The category. Do you...
Yeah.
Is it?
I mean, it has to be there or thereabouts. You can't have something listed in a completely different category.
Okay. All right, sweet. So 6 things we're going to go through. The images, title, description, price, item specifics, and category. Right?
Yes.
So on the images and
shipping.
Shipping time. Sweet. This is why she's here, because I'm an idiot. Because someone actually commented, I'm so happy you have this girl or lady, they use a shade word, I think it was lady here.
Why is it a strange word to call me a lady?
Lady seems so like old. You know what I mean? Like a lady, like a senorita. Like that.
Because she's British, so she's a lady.
Actually, yeah. Okay, so we have this lady here. So, and she was like, she explains everything so good. I never heard her explain that well. So sweet.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to keep you here, like forever. so 7 things. So images, right?
Okay.
In a lot of training, people, and you do optimization.
Yes.
I don't do optimization. I snipe, I steal shit, and then relist it for less, right? In a lot of training, people say that you have to edit the names of the images to help with ranking.
Yeah.
I have tested it and I think it's bullshit, right?
Okay, yeah.
What do you think? Do you
So when I first started, I did it because that's what David Wu teaches.
Right.
Then I stopped doing it because it just took extra time and nothing bad happened. So I just stopped doing it. Yeah. If I'd stopped doing it and seen some kind of dip in sales, then I would have started doing it again. But I didn't see a dip in sales, and I haven't done it for 6 months, and stuff still sells. So.
The one thing I would say about images though is that the main image, especially in the US, just because of how competitive it is, could affect your sales. Yeah. Because what happens is, at least in my strategy, because I snipe other people's titles, when you search for an item and like 10 people are selling the same shit and 10 people have the same fucking image,
yeah.
A lot of time people just look at the price and click one, or look at the cheapest one and click one, or if all of them are around the same price, it doesn't really matter, right?
Yeah.
If you take the time and switch that main image to something that'll draw more attention, like put like some of the things I've done in the past, to put like a big sale sign across it, or use something red or fluorescent green in the image to draw people's eye to it. I've done that.
I've found, so sometimes for an item there's one picture that is the best descriptive picture of the product. So I've found, funnily enough, so Argos is one of the suppliers I use, and they actually have a store on eBay. So
right.
Everything I list from Argos is also listed by Argos at the cheaper price on eBay.
That's like Target. I list Target stuff, and Target has a store on eBay.
Their titles are rubbish, first of all, so they waste space writing from Argos in their title. Like, anyone's gonna type in chair from Argos.
Yeah.
But apart from that, maybe because of the way they list, either it's automatic or they have some kid who is getting paid minimum wage and doesn't care, they upload things with the main image being not what it should be. So they'll have like a set of stuff, and the main image is just one of the things in the set.
Right.
And I found things like that from them all the time, and then I just switched the image to the whole everything that's included, and obviously I'm going to get the sale because it looks like they're just selling one thing. Or they've had images where it's a wardrobe and the main image is the side or the back of the wardrobe, and it's like, well, obviously no one's going to click on that. So sometimes other sellers will have not what should be the best image that shows everything you're selling or shows it at the best angle. So I'll change my main image to the best picture.
Yeah. Okay, sweet. Next, the title.
Yeah.
Now, this is Becky's part, because me personally, if I find an item that sells really well, I just snipe it and I use the exact same title, right?
Yeah.
Yes, title is, so a title is very important. You want to use a lot of words that people are searching for, a lot descriptive, but what could you say about the title? Is it important? How important is this? What tips you could do on?
The title is probably, I'd say, the most important part, because I have sold things that other people have for way more expensive than they have it for, and the only difference between my listing and theirs, other than the price, is the title. So if I'm selling it for more than you, it's the same item, then it must be the same picture, it must be the title. So to me, the title is the most important part.
And what about, like, where do you...
It has to be like things that people are searching for, but not like statistically. So that's why I don't use Title Builder anymore, because yes, if you're searching for a yellow chair, you're going to put yellow in chair. But there's words that, like, for me, I just got used to it now, so I know what works and what doesn't. But if I had a picture of the item and I never saw the title on the source's website, no one said anything to me about it, they've just shown me this picture and said, go find this item on eBay. What would I type in to find that on eBay? There's that side of it. And then there's like, sometimes it's things that people maybe don't know that they're looking for. So I'm trying to think of an example. So something just like outdoor furniture. Sometimes people are just looking for stuff to put outdoors.
Right.
And they don't know what they want. But you might have like something that's like a garden chair. You could put green garden chair outdoor furniture.
Ah, okay,
and someone who's just typing for like green outdoor furniture will find your green chair or whatever it is. So I put in things that will catch people who didn't know they were looking for this item, and then they saw it and they were like, oh yeah, that's nice.
Okay.
I'll have that.
And that ties into the eBay search, right? Because a big part of us making money is just winning at the eBay search more than anything else.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's 2. Description.
As long as it says what they need to know. Measurements.
So, I don't think description is not that important. A lot of cheaper items, some people buy it without even seeing the description.
Yeah.
eBay has even changed their structure, and the description isn't like a main part of the listing. You have to click. You have to click the description to see it. So I use. Okay, so 2 things. I either use the description from the source because it has all the information, or if I'm tired of people sniping me, I'll just make up my own description. Yeah. So when they copy it and search Google, they're not going to find the source of it. Yeah. But in your case, you don't really worry about that.
I use the description from the source, and I just sometimes I'll edit it because, like, say for example Argos, it will say something in the description like new at Argos, and you obviously want to take that out.
Yeah.
That's the only edit I do of the description. I don't change anything else.
Okay. And is there anything about it? Yeah, and you don't want to, like, okay, I'll give you an example. I had a listing for a bouncy castle, and I completely lied in the title and said commercial bouncy castle. And then in the description, it was clearly that it wasn't a commercial bouncy castle. But some people didn't even read the description and bought it because they thought it was a commercial bouncy castle. And that confirmed, because in the description it said not a commercial bouncy castle. Yeah, and it just confirmed that people buy items without looking at the fucking description. Yeah. Right? But you still want to have certain details in there. You don't want to misrepresent the item, especially when you have returns and people asking for refunds. You can show that you didn't misrepresent the item.
Yeah, and I've had that before where people have complained and wanted to return something. So I had a woman who ordered a sheet, basically, bedding, and then complained that it wasn't like a blanket. It didn't say it was a blanket. So then, but she was like hassling me saying she wanted compensation and just going on and on and on. So I just contacted eBay just so that if she ended up leaving me negative feedback, they would be aware of the situation already. And they went into the thing and was like, you haven't said it's a blanket anywhere in the description, so you're fine, don't worry about it. So if you have misrepresented it, then eBay's not going to take your side.
Right. Yeah. Okay. All right, sweet. Price. like me personally, again, my strategy is buy items, sell multiple times, take the title, maybe change the image and lower the price, and that's how I get my sales going.
Yeah.
So that is important, and it is kind of important, especially if you're competing with the same title, to rank higher on eBay search. So having a lower price if you're competing with the same title is important. Becky, on the other hand, it goes for big money.
Yeah.
So she could give a fuck about being. So what?
Yeah, if you're having the same titles as everyone else, then you need to be competitive
yeah.
on the price. And speaking to, so when I had my Skype call with Paul, and I know another, like Jonathan, Leon, other like optimization people who have been successful, I know price is something that they kind of play around with, and being competitive. Personally, I mark everything up by 40%, and I don't, like, I get a lot of questions like, what if other people are selling it cheaper? I don't care. I still sell. Like when you were doing like your UK store, at one point I noticed that you had an item that I also had, and I sold it for like £15 more, and yours hadn't sold. Right. Because it was just a different title. It was the exact same item, and you sniped it from someone who had sold it and at a cheaper price. So I have enough evidence to not about my prices. Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Sweet. Yeah. So item specifics, that's another thing important on the eBay listing. I don't really worry too much about that because in my stipend process using DSGenie, it automatically pulls all the item specifics from the other person listing. Yeah. But why did you say that's important?
Because it's where you might catch some people from. So what your item specifics is where you put something like, what is it made out of, metal, or what color is it? Even though the title says it's red and your description says it's red, you can add to the item specifics red, so that if somebody is searching for a bedding set, so much comes up that on the side of the menu they have things that they can filter it by, and if they select red, everyone who, even if theirs are red and it says red in the title and it says red in the description but they haven't filled in the item specific, when they tick red on the left hand side of the screen, theirs disappears and yours will still be there because you added red as an item specific.
Oh shit.
So that's why
good fucking job. I didn't know it. Well, I knew that, but like the fact that like you brought it up, that's fucking sweet. Okay.
Yeah. So I fill mine in as much as possible, just because that's where you might catch some sellers and other listings will drop off because they haven't bothered to fill it in.
Okay, sweet. Fuck. Okay, yeah, the door magically open. Category. What do you do? Again, my sniping process, I snipe the category they're listed in. When you're listing, how do you choose the category?
I just pick best fit. But again, it's one of those things, when you search for something in eBay, when you type it into the top box where you're initially starting your search, it comes up like
search by category
in what category do you want to search for this in. So it's another thing where everyone else who's in the other category will drop off. So just pick the one that's closest, but then picking one that's like second closest might help you, because if someone selects that category, you've got less competition in there. As long as it's not misrepresenting what category it should fall into. David Vu teaches not to select other as a category, so you know it goes down and down and it's like there's no specific category, so you just put it in other. He teaches not to put it in other. I have a few in other just where it's like a really obscure item and there isn't anything for it.
And has it sold?
I don't really look back and check. I should check. I'll let you know.
Okay, sweet. And the last thing is shipping time.
Yeah.
So, okay, so a lot of people debate this whole shipping time thing, right? I remember when I was drop shipping, Walmart only got good with shipping time like 2 or 3 years ago. So before, now Walmart does really good like 2-day shipping, right? But previously, they used to take like forever to ship and forever to post the tracking. Yeah. So my handling time was like up to 4 days and my shipping time was 10 days. So my entire delivery time was up to 14 days, right? And even if I sniped the item from someone with like better handling time, I just didn't want to offer something that like the customer wouldn't get. And then I have even seen other dropshippers snipe me and put faster shipping time to get the sales. Now my shipping time for Walmart is like 1 to 3 handling and 6 days delivery, right? Yeah. But what I've noticed is, yes, by cheating, or not cheating, but by giving a shorter handling time, you may get more sales, or you may get more like show up in the eBay search, But if you offer, most of those guys, if not all of them, that were offering like crazy handling times,
Yeah.
they don't exist anymore because you'll get a lot of problems, a lot of customer service, a lot of returns, a lot of cancellations based on offering something that you can't deliver, right?
Yeah.
So, and a lot of people worry about that to be like top rated or top rated plus. If I could get it delivered in this time, I put it. If I can't, or there's a chance that I can't, I don't put it at all.
Yeah.
So what?
So UK is different because you can get everything in a couple of days for the most part. When I first started, I think I had 3 days handling time, which is called what's it called in the UK? No handling. What's it called is it handling time?
Yeah, I think so.
It might be called something else. I can't remember. Dispatch time.
It may not be handling. I can't remember.
3 days to get the order out, and I had 3 to 5 working days after that, shipping, postage. And it was okay, I was making sales, but then I got a couple of messages from people saying, if this is in the UK, like it says it is, why is the shipping and handling time so much? And I thought to myself, that is a good point, because people know in the UK, like nothing takes that long to get anywhere unless you're lying and it's actually not in the UK, which I think people shopping on eBay are aware of that kind of thing, where some people are in China or wherever.
Yeah.
So I changed it to my handling time to be 2 working days. And another thing is, at that point I'd had enough experience to know that how fast the suppliers I was working with did send the things. So it was good having a longer stated time, because then people were pleasantly surprised when the item did arrive, but then potentially I was losing out on customers who were like, why is that's a bit dodgy, why does it take so long?
Right.
So I shortened it down, I think, I shortened it down at first to 2 days handling time and 3 days shipping, and these are working days, so totally I have 5 working days to get it to someone. So if someone orders something from me on a Friday, don't have to get it to them until the following Friday, so that's still
a week,
more than enough time to get it to them.
Yeah, and especially Christmas is a time that you don't want to offer really fast handling time, because people are going to be up your ass like, where's my shit, where's my stuff, where's my item, I have to give it as a gift, blah blah blah.
Oh, and also, so in the US your handling time is like how long you have to upload your tracking.
Right.
Whereas in the UK, because you don't have to upload tracking, your handling time, basically you just have to mark it as dispatch. Even if you don't, nothing really happens, but what I do is just mark it as dispatched by the end of the handling time, so the customer gets a message saying this has been dispatched. Every now and then someone will say, do you have tracking for it? But not normally.
Alright, sweet. So I wouldn't keep it. This was much longer than expected, but
did we do all of the?
Yeah, it was a 7. Okay. So yeah, have a good one, guys. Subscribe. I got to 10,000 subscribers.
So we have to have a.
So we have to have.
We should do like a live drunk video Q&A.
We could do a drunk video. I don't know if it'll be live. You want to do a live drunk?
Yeah, like
video?
what's it called?
Yeah,
Q&A.
Okay.
Yes, yeah.
Alright, so we'll have a 10,000 subscriber party and I'll give away $1,000, but we'll talk about that later. Have a good one, guys.
Bye.
Peace.